Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ossu Otaku, your weekly anime podcast about a very specific anime. This season, we're talking about My Hero Academia Season 5. We're on episode 17 now. I'm the host, your host, Jake. Joining me, as always, as usual, is Cassidy. Cassidy, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Jake. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I watched the new episode like 20 minutes, basically the amount of time I had before we were going to start recording. I watched the episode again.
Solid.
Didn't take as many notes this time because I didn't really have to.
Me too. I have not that many notes compared to usual.
Yeah. And why would you say that we didn't have to take as many notes?
Well, I would say it's because this episode was kind of overloaded with flashbacks scenes that we have already seen before in the show.
So many times. Like, wow. Okay, so we did get it was nice to get some flashbacks. I guess we have seen the flashbacks of Shoto's family, like siblings playing in the yard and stuff, but...
Right, yeah.
Did you notice how many kids were down there?
Were there 3?
Yeah.
Were there 3 possibly?
There definitely were.
Possibly alluding to the fact that, Endeavor was praying at the shrine of, we are assuming, another brother that Shoto has, Toya, who is still... shrouded in mystery.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about him. This is the first time we've actually even seen him.
Yep. And he's just like this little tiny kid with white hair. Skipping to the end of the episode already, so.
Yeah, right.
But he's got those piercing blue eyes.
Yes.
And he just seems to be like very much resembling Shoto's mom, the Ice Queen herself. He's got the blue eyes, the completely white hair. He's in his little school uniform. And presumably he's dead because these shrines are for people who die in Japan. And his little like toys are like next to the shrine.
Ugh.
I'm assuming those are his toys. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
But yeah, that was like a big thing to just put into the end of the episode, which is why I'm excited to see if they include him like in the next episode too.
Yeah.
Now that is fun. I'm excited for the theories on this brother.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's all we really got this episode. Because we did see that Bakugo knew more about Todoroki's past than we were let on before, which I thought was really cool. Mm-hmm. Also, so convenient that he was just standing in the shadows, hearing them talk. Okay.
Of course. I mean, when they were talking, when they were cleaning up, and Shoto was talking to Fuyumi, right? Is the sister?
Yeah.
They were talking, and everybody could hear them. They were all just standing in the shadows, like Deku and Bakugo and Endeavor and the other brother. Natsu.
Yep.
They could all just hear the conversation. It's like, that's just an anime thing, and it happens constantly.
It's like, why the houses in that they chose to represent from Japan are like literally paper walls, like paper thin. So anything you say is going to be said. Like it was kind of cute because Midoriya was speaking a little quieter, unlike freaking Yumi and Shoto that were just like shooting the breeze like it's a regular day.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, it's even their house. They should know that like you can probably hear from the next door or the next room over.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems that they didn't really care.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, what are you doing here?
Yeah, they were like almost inviting the guests to listen and have their input. I mean, she invited them over knowing that like Natsu could have a problem with Endeavor, being there like last time, even without guests. It was just the family. And he got up and left that time. Like, he didn't even want to be there. So, I mean, she's trying really hard to bring the family together and like actually have a family again, which sucks that it's kind of all on her shoulders, it seems. But yeah, she's just trying, and it's understandable, like, if the brothers like don't want to have to deal with it, because what Endeavor did, as we know, especially from the flashbacks this episode, was not good parent behavior.
Yeah, not great. Definitely could have been a little better. And like, oh my gosh, it's just so wild to see Endeavor's side of this, because we've known this for like 2 seasons now, since like season 3, right. And we know how shitty of a dad he was, and shitty of a person he was, and now it's just like, now we just freaking wait and like, I know, see if the siblings, like Fuyomi obviously is, it appears as though she's forgiven him, and she even made the comment, she's like, yeah, I do have those moments where I hate him with every ounce of me,
right?
Understandably so.
Yeah,
but then we have freaking Natsu, who justifiably does not want to be around him at all. He's only 19, like, trying to get through college now.
Yep.
Gosh.
But yeah, like you said, seeing Endeavor's side of this is like, we've been seeing a lot of it lately, because Endeavor's kind of becoming more of like a prominent character. Like, the first half, like the first seasons 1, 2, 3, kind of, I would have never thought Endeavor would be like in as many episodes as he is, and like so important to the main cast. Like, he's becoming a main character himself, kind of like, especially if Shoto is going to be a main character, then Endeavor is going to be a huge part of that, because like Endeavor's a huge part of his past, obviously, and like why he wants to be a hero and be the best and only use his left side or whatever. Ugh. So, but I never would have guessed he would be in so many episodes and like so important and training them and being like nice.
Yeah. Speaking of training them, I guess we should have been talking about that before we got to the house, but they're not making up. I mean, it's funny because Shoto's like, we're doing better than the first day, and they're like, yeah, but not much better. Yeah.
Yeah, which kind of makes me think that this internship, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be another one of those short ones.
Oh, yeah.
They're just going like day by day, like by the end of this week, we should be able to beat Endeavor to a crime scene or whatever. It's like, that's a lot of ambition. And I'm sure they're going to do it. They're like the best kid heroes that there are. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it seems that we'll have a full-out brawl outside the Todoroki family house in the next episode, so we'll get to see what happens there.
Yo, okay. Well, I gotta slow my roll, because I have a lot to say about that. But yeah, even Fuyumi mentioned that school was starting back up soon. So it's like, okay, so they're about done with their work study already. They've only been there a week.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're trying their hardest. I mean, the flashbacks, Endeavor, well, actually I don't remember if Endeavor had like I don't know if it was in I think it was in a flashback. He had that like inspiring speech. He was like, make sure you get to the crime before the incident, before it even happens. And I was like, you know what? I mean, that's a really good rule to live by as a hero. And like, he's got like this wealth of knowledge. Like, for sure, it's a amazing thing that they're able to study under Endeavor, and he's like actually trying to help them, which is like something I feel like I never would have expected that either.
Right. Okay.
Especially since in the beginning he was like, I'm just taking care of Shoto, I'm only looking after him. Like, even at the beginning of this work study he said that once. So like, I don't know, he's becoming this great man all of a sudden.
Yeah, like, he is shifting from like being so self-absorbed and self-centered to actually being more selfless. He's obviously, I mean, as a hero you had to be selfless to a point, but before it was true. Like all for the glory and everything for him, but now it seems more like he's trying to do the right thing, period.
Yeah, I think it's the culmination of All Might going down and retiring and Endeavor becoming the number one hero at the same time that this stuff is happening, like with his family and, you know, trying to be a better man, a better person in general.
Yeah.
Not just a better father or husband, but like hero as he's become the number one hero now. Which, yeah, before it was all about surpassing All Might and like being the better hero based on his own merit and not the fact that All Might's just retiring. So now he's the number one hero. Like,
And
I think he's realizing a lot of stuff in that, just like all that stuff happening together is made this what it is.
Exactly. And even the conversation he had with All Might, that was the only like Endeavor,
Right.
really truly Endeavor flashback. Everything else was more Shoto and like the siblings, but that was his, and that was awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was so good to see like All Might telling him to go about his way of being a number one hero, not to just mimic what he's doing, which I thought was really good.
Yeah. I mean, great advice.
Even though he still kind of did like when he beat that double S tier Nomu, he still just raised his fist in the air.
Yeah.
Very Breakfast Club. I mean, very All Might.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the flashbacks, some of them were helpful, but some of them we have seen like actually 10 times. Like that one flashback of Shoto, you know, being taken to work while his siblings are playing. Like, I'm pretty sure we've seen that like almost a double-digit amount of times. So
specifically him being led by the hand, like that exact shot, so many times.
Right.
The one,
but
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say there are just a few I think that actually like helped in this episode, like as a reminder and like kind of to see the progression of Endeavor specifically, like his actions and behaviors. But other than that, we've seen all of these flashbacks a lot. I feel like it was a lot of flashbacks.
Have we seen May or Ray's eyes before though? I don't think we've seen like in as much detail her throwing the kettle of boiling water on Shoto. Like we've
interesting,
because we've seen and heard the kettle like a billion times. We've seen Shoto with the bandage on his eyes, but we haven't actually. I don't think we've seen her reaction to him entering the room, like her eyes, like the fear and like mania and stuff like that. Like that was really cool.
Where do you know where that is in the episode? I can't find it.
Pulling it up right now.
Okay. Yeah. I don't remember how many times we've seen that flashback specifically of her reaction of him entering the room. But yeah, I do remember seeing it like at least once, and that it's a pretty powerful like image and flashback of just seeing the terror, like she's like terrified of her own son, like her 4-year-old son or something, however old he was, and just her facial expression.
It's at 7:09.
Okay.
Her eyes in that shot, so freaking terrifying. I would show you on stream, everyone, but as soon as I pull it up, Hulu blacks it out. So, yeah. But that scene really got me. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like we've talked about, we've seen it so many times before, but
right.
Also, who's she talking to on the phone?
Yeah, that's a good question. Her mom, she's like telling her mom, "Hey, I hate my kid. Like
the sight of my kid makes me sick."
Him. Yeah, like that is just awful. Just that's what Endeavor did. Like Endeavor did that.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like some of these flashbacks are helpful. It definitely plays. It plays tricks on your mind, like. They do it on purpose for sure. Like in this episode, he was giving that inspiring speech, trying to help these young kids become great heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And taking them under his wing, and then you flash back to what he did and how Shoto even got here in the first place. And like, how awkward is it that Deku and Bakugo were there? Like,
It was amazing.
it's so awkward that they have to find all this out. And like, I know you don't act different around your friends than after like what happened to them, if they have like a traumatic past or whatever. But like, if you find all that out at like the family dinner table as you're eating, finding out this information, and like the brother gets up to leave again or whatever, like it's a lot. There were 2 shots where they had like the lightning.
Oh my god! Thank you for bringing that up.
Those were so funny. And that's just exactly how you feel in those moments, like of awkwardness in somebody else's family presence. Like, you're just like, oh, well, I'm going to ignore this and just keep eating.
Yeah, they animated that perfectly.
It was so good.
Being like, if anyone's ever experienced that, that's exactly what it's like. And you're just like, oh god, I need to get out of here right now.
Yeah. You start feeling embarrassed for them because it's like, it has nothing to do with you. It's just like, you are here for it. You know this information now, and you just have to sit here quietly knowing it and listening to it.
Just listening to it. Oh my gosh. And like,
yeah.
the fact that Natsu like used to cook as well.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, just every little thing is like, yeah, Dad's just like, Endeavor's a piece of garbage. He's like, no, Shoto wasn't allowed to eat what I made because I seasoned it too much.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right? Sounds like they're from Iowa. too seasoned, can't eat it.
Too spicy for Shoto.
Yeah, there's some black pepper on this. Is way too spicy. Yeah. Gosh.
Not to use the black pepper again.
Gosh, he seasoned the food. Don't eat it.
Oh my god. But yeah, just even the fact that he was cooking like for the family, you get that implication that Ray, the mom, couldn't or like she was maybe like too depressed, or she was in the hospital by then.
Yeah.
Or like, just like lost the ability to care for her family, whether she was in the house or, put into like this mental hospital or whatever by Endeavor.
Oh my gosh. Right. Holy cow.
So you even like, you figure that stuff out as they're telling just cute little stories of, oh, I'm a good cook, and here's why. Like, my mom couldn't cook, and my dad didn't cook because he was probably out training Shoto and like didn't have the time and was a pro hero and, abusing my brother. Like, but yeah, thanks for the compliment on the fried chicken.
Gosh, thank you. I'm glad that the meat is so juicy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Deku's little face though when he ate it.
It was precious.
He is so precious.
What about how much freaking Bakugo loved the tofu?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he kept talking about it.
It was like, this ruined the tofu. Like, that's hilarious.
Your stupid conversations ruining my appetite.
Gosh.
Yeah, even after the fact that he ate it.
Right. Oh my gosh. It all in typical anime fashion though, all the food looked absolutely incredible.
So good. Yeah, that fried chicken made me want to eat some
fried
chicken.
It was incredible. It looked so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry to bounce back a little bit. When
no worries.
Are Moe and Bakugo gonna get together? Like,
who?
I'm trying to find her hero name. Vernon. Huh?
Vernon.
Huh?
Vernon. I think he hates her.
I think he does too, and I love it. It's so funny.
He hates everyone. So not surprising, but
I like her fit though.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's got a super awesome character design.
Right.
Her hair kind of freaks me out though because it's supposed to be flames, but like it doesn't really move.
Right.
It doesn't move. Yeah, it doesn't move at all.
It just looks like fire, but it doesn't like burn.
It's so freaky.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, we got that shot of Bakugo wearing his mask as a headband.
Oh my gosh, the best shot might be the thumbnail.
So good. I love that. It's so funny.
Oh man, oh my gosh, what a leading up to the dinner though. You saw some growth from them. You know what they're trying to do, and let's be honest, this next episode could very well be when they do it.
Yeah.
So what? We ended the episode with Endeavor at Toya's shrine, and
right.
then from there we get another post-credit scene, which are becoming much more common.
Yeah.
I dig it. And oh my gosh, this villain looks terrifying.
Yeah, super creepy.
I mean, I assume he's a villain just based on what he did to Natsu and
totally.
etc.
Totally.
But it's kind of like got the scarf kind of thing. I don't know, like the wrapping. I'm interested.
No idea.
It'll be cool to see what that is, and if he's just straight up going to Endeavor's house and kidnapping his kid.
Yeah, like
he must be.
What's your plan here?
He must be powerful, right? Like, there's no way someone would just do that.
And he injected himself with the quirk enhancing drug.
Yup.
So yeah, he's probably gonna, think he has the confidence to think that he's strong enough with that at least to take over. Yeah, but I wonder what his goal is, and if it's why would he want to take? I don't know. I don't know. Like Endeavor, the number one hero, you're gonna go to his house and try and fuck with him.
Like, bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out for him.
Yeah, it sucks that Shoto and Deku and Bakugo are also going to be there.
Can you imagine? Okay, so real quick aside, it'll be really cool if we see Fuyumi and Natsu use their ice powers. Yeah,
that would be awesome because, we don't really know if they're just like exactly like Todoroki's left side, but that's all they have, or if it's like kind of different. I don't remember if they ever said that in like an earlier season what their quirks were, but
it seems pretty clear that they're going to be like ice based, right?
Ice related, yeah, for sure.
So I have both of their wikis pulled up right now. Oh boy, thanks. Awesome. Hang on oh my gosh. Great. I had it all set up. I don't know what the hell happened. So here's the thing. Fuyumi's name the characters in her name stand for winter and beauty.
Right.
And Natsu stands for summer and masculine. So dope. Those, just, great little details that make them so much better.
I know. So good.
Imagine having Fuyumi. I mentioned it on the last episode, but imagine having Fuyumi's hair, though. Like, your hair just naturally has those bomb highlights. Yeah,
it's so cool. And she looks exactly like Rei, their mom.
Yeah.
They look exactly the same. They have like the same glasses, same kind of hairstyle, same eyes, all that.
It's so dope.
It's so cool. But yeah. In one of the flashbacks, Endeavor was talking to Fuyumi about how Shoto was writing their Rei letters in the hospital, and like he went to go see her and whatever. And he had a beard. Endeavor had a beard. It was disgusting.
He didn't have a beard. He had a fucking chin strap. That's barely.
I hated it.
It was so gross. It was the worst facial hair in this series yet.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, it was not good. I never want to see that flashback ever again.
So glad he doesn't do that anymore. I'm actually looking for it in the episode right now.
I know. With all the flashbacks and like going back and forth between the beginning of this episode was mostly flashbacks and them fighting, and then the second half was at the house pretty much. But it's so hard to I found it 750.
Oh God, Yup, there it is. Why? Yeah, she looks so much like her mom. It's ridiculous. Oh, ew.
Yeah, because they did like a fade cut from Ray
Ugh.
to Fuyumi. And it was like the same person.
Okay, that was easily the best part of this episode. Hands
I love
down.
that. Yeah.
Like that. The dissolve. It was perfect. That was the best thing they did. Because I'll be honest, this is probably my least favorite episode this season. Not counting the technical first episode, because those are always just flashbacks and like a reminder of the last season.
Well, actually, I mean, they kind of just did like a cute little mock battle in the first episode for the season, didn't they? It was it was like a creative, non-canon, like here are all the characters again, and these are their quirks.
Yeah, this was just bad. I wasn't a fan of it.
It was just too much, too many flashbacks.
Oh my gosh, yeah, ugh.
Yeah, I watched this one YouTube video. This guy, he is caught up in the manga, but he was just talking about the order in which they're making the episodes, and like for the season is not at all how it was in the manga, and it's
interesting.
Got like it's just because they're trying to pace it so that the finale is, on a cliffhanger, but it doesn't give away too much information, obviously for the next season. Right. But of course, so the pacing in like the order that they've like switched up like chapters, they've completely taken some stuff out apparently. And like, I didn't get spoiled on anything. It was a really good video. But it makes me curious, like, to see how much better the manga would be then if it was actually, or the anime, how much better the anime would be if it followed the manga.
Yeah.
In terms of like pacing and stuff. So I don't know. I'm assuming this was not something that was in the manga, just like flashback after flashback.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I don't know.
That makes sense to try and fill the space and make everything, like you said, end on a good cliffhanger for the end of the season, because apparently we have to do that. Just really waste me. Though, because we already had a filler episode that wasn't even part of the, like, not even canon. So getting this now, what is it, 2 episodes later or 1 episode later? It was the next episode. That was the last episode we watched.
Yeah.
And it was so much better than this. And it was just made up by the writers.
I know. It's unfortunate, but it makes me excited for next week, and it always will.
Yeah, thank goodness. Like, because this was a boring ass episode overall. Like, not about
unfortunately. Yeah.
Next week looks like it's just going to be 20 minutes of action, which is pretty cool.
I know. I hope so. It's not like a regular kind of fight or just them training, like patrolling and stuff like that. It seems to be very personal.
Yeah.
And there's one shot of in the preview, I think. Yeah. Towards the very end of the episode, there's one shot of Endeavor's reaction to this guy coming in and 23:44, so 6 seconds before the episode ends.
Yeah.
He looks enraged. Like his face, his eyes are all red, like he's gritting his teeth so hard. He looks so mad. So I'm really excited to see what pissed him off that much. Just this one villain fucking with his family.
Yikes. Yeah, that looks terrifying. What if he was the one that killed Toya?
Well,
what if
Jake,
this is what happened?
As you know, I have some theories on Toya, and I have a feeling that he's not actually dead. So
okay, same. I don't think he's dead either.
But what if that man is involved with Toya? I guess we could just say
with what's happening, or like the current state of Toya.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, that would make sense to me. You don't want to see it, but you do want to see it,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think this next episode is going to be like 15 minutes of fighting. It's not going to be like a DBZ episode where there's a ton of exposition just said.
Right.
But this villain is going to say some stuff. Obviously, it's what enrages Endeavor or whatever he did. I don't know. And then it looked like he took a different drug than what the villains were taking in the last episode, though, because this was red. The drug he took was red.
Right. Yeah. Is it just like the...
It might be the one from last season.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, what else it would be.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. What if... I don't know. There's so much to happen. What are your theories for this next episode?
Well, I have a feeling. Well, I hope. I want more information on Toya, and I'm hoping that, like you said, you hate to see it, but you love to see it. I hope he says something. This villain says something about that, and that is why Endeavor is so mad. But yeah, I think I'm ready for the action, and I think Deku and Bakugo and Shoto are gonna really help Endeavor defeat this guy. Because it seems that he's gonna be like almost too mad to fight rationally.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I think I hope that we get to see Fuyumi and Natsu's quirks if they can do anything with that, because it seems from the preview that Natsu is the one who gets captured.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have no idea what this villain wants and why he would come and do this. Like, makes no sense to me.
Oh man, what if he was if he had captured Toya before, and that's like what ties it all together? He's coming back for another kid.
Oh my god, that would be crazy. He's just terrorizing the Todoroki family by just taking the kids one by one.
Oh my gosh, that'd be insane. I can't handle that.
I know. I wonder what is Toya just older than Shoto? Because I'm assuming Shoto's the youngest child because he was the perfect one, so they stopped.
Yeah, right. I thought that
I don't remember.
I thought Natsu referenced him as his older brother, though.
Oh, so he's the oldest.
He might be older. He's got to be. Yeah, he'd be older than Natsu, right? Is he the oldest? Toya's the oldest, right? I think is what they're implying.
He might be the. I'm really afraid to look anything up. Same.
I refuse.
So I wouldn't do that, but I guess my guess is. Well, yeah, I don't know. He's either the oldest or in between Natsu and the sister.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
Who knows?
Don't know. Doesn't really matter. I was just curious.
I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, I am super excited. So that's what I'm hoping out of next episode has something to do with Toya, and we get some more info on him.
I need to know more.
Do you have any theories for next week?
I just think that this dude's going to be involved with whatever happened with Toya, and that's going to be really that's why Endeavor's going to get set off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks, though, that they would just bring him up at the very end of the episode before, like, it'd be cooler, if they had a little more build up. I
think that they've mentioned him before in previous episodes.
Yeah.
But they've never shown him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Except in that one flashback we've seen 1,000 times.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, the next week's episode is called The Unforgiven, so...
Oh boy, who is the Unforgiven? It's Endeavor, right?
I think that can apply to many people in this situation.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be a great episode. And
it is.
Here's the thing. I hope you all tune in for next week's episode because it's going to be amazing. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you're watching on Hogtied Productions, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out that HTP Twitch stream. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me everywhere at Jake the Mayor. Cassidy, where can people follow you?
Pretty much everywhere at Cassidy Co. And for my art page at Kohai Arts, if you want to check that out, that'd be great. And we also stream on Twitch at Fish Inc. We've been getting into that Mario Golf.
That good stuff.
Hell yeah. So, yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week for what appears to be a super exciting episode.
Can't wait.
Catch you all later.